가늘에 가늘에 눈 어래? 어래?
Hi there, Angel here. Have you ever watched a match where you already know who is going to win, but you are a fan of the loser and just keep hoping for a miracle that he makes a comeback? Well, that's exactly how I felt during these recent chapters. Ref, do something! My goat is getting cooked! Now, don't get me wrong. I'm loving how larger than life and a total badass Rox is turning out to be. He and the Rock Pirate as a whole have that savage and brutal feel to them, which, to be honest, had been missing from Pirate's depiction in One Piece since maybe Doflamingo. A character who was supposed to be the biggest menace to society turned out to be a rock solid man, with his goal being so just, the entire One Piece community has fallen after this man. But it has costed a few of my favorites' order to diminish, or shall I say, straight up put them on fraud alert. And the main reason for that is the disconnect between what we, the viewers, know and what is known by most people in universe of One Piece. For a while now, we have seen in large amounts the bad side of the world government and the Marines as a whole, while Oda not showing us the good they bring to the overall picture that often. Now, if you want, you can totally justify Marines using headcanon that not every pirate crew is as noble as Luffy's, and at large, yes, they are a menace to the society, and the world needs the Marine organization, even Dragon admitted. But have you seen the kind of shit Celestial Dragons are doing? Forget everything else. Just taking God Valley's incident as our main example, if they have been having their rabbit hunt every 3 years for the past 800 years, they have killed more people at average than Marines could have ever saved. For Garp to not know how ridiculously cartoonish evil the Celestial Dragons are, and that Marines are covering everything up, he will either have to be A. completely oblivious and gullible, which though could explain why he serves and raises a bigger question that about his character in general, or B. that he is somehow trying to change the Marines by training a better next generation and is just biding his time like his son, which I am hoping to be the case with the whole swords being a thing in Marines. And Roger, we'll get back to him in a second. Rox, on the other hand, feels like a total badass who is doing exactly what the readers would want someone to do in the story, that is, unite the world against the world government. Someone who knows the truth and the real threat, and someone who treats those around him with respect and as equals. It almost feels like right now, if Rox was still around, both Big Mom and Kaido would have turned out to be much better people. In what universe are we supposed to root against the guy? It is clear even Oda does not want us to be against him anymore. But we already know that Garp and Roger are about to put an end to his legacy by the end of God Valley. This isn't just a One Piece problem. This is a common mishap I have seen in other manga as well, where author introduces a character so larger than life and owning up to the core themes of his given show that they outshine the MC themselves. Rock Lee from Naruto, Miro from MHA, Levi Ackerman from Attack on Titan, for majority of Act 1. Whereas side character was so interesting and exciting, it felt like going back to the original guy we were supposed to root for. Yeah, it became rooting for them that much harder. And meanwhile, Roger, Oda, I beg of you. I used to glaze this man as the legend he was portrayed to be before, and this is why. Why is he even worse than Sanji when it comes to gooning now? I'm hoping a big usual Oda twist is incoming, like always, which will make everything make sense at a larger scale. But right now, it seems like Loki is telling everyone how big of a gooner the old generation was, while Rock was a stand up guy. I know God Valley is not finished, and hoping Oda will answer the loads of questions we have. Despite my rant, this flashback has been extremely entertaining to me as a fan of the series. But it is also a little frustrating. So I wanted to voice out those frustrations and see if others felt the same. Now, you may have noticed I never brought up the topic of Shaki herself and how the world went into the Great Depression while she was kidnapped. But yeah, this is One Piece. That is something I can live with and like make sense in the world of One Piece. What does not make sense is everything else I said in this video. But yeah, those were my thoughts on the recent chapters. I am dying to see what happens next in the God Valley. Hopefully, we see more of this flashback and we don't skip the fights. Please, Oda, don't skip the fights. But yeah, if you like the video, please like and subscribe. And it's a new channel. There's one more video. Go and watch that one. Adios.